Hey service coordinators, it's Courtney here with Kids Coast. To keep up with all of the videos I have been doing recently, I thought it would be good to do one for y'all. So I'll keep this super short. I really enjoyed chatting with a few of you guys about some of this stuff at our service coordinator lunch, but thought it'd be good just to recap in a quick video and then just share with anyone who wasn't able to make it. So I have just a couple of good updates for you all and just wanted to talk a little bit about what I envision the next coming month looking like for Kids Coast. As everyone knows, school is about to be back in session, and with that will come, I think, a lot of growth at our church and I think in Kids Coast. So I want us to be ready and prepared for that. So we all saw quite a lot of growth in the spring, and it's been pretty mild over the summer, but I believe that we are going to see some of those families coming back in the fall, and some of our classrooms just being at capacity. And so your leadership on the hall is going to be more vital than ever. So thank you first and foremost for all that you do. I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm just going to run through a couple of quick updates and then show you guys a couple things real quick. So you've seen me doing a lot of these videos. I have been emailing them out. I just recorded one on how to use Planning Center, like a beginner's course. So you'll probably see that go out shortly. But if you guys can think of different trainings or things that would be helpful, please let me know. One of my next projects is going to be taking on like safety and security protocols. So I'll definitely be tapping into Susan and Kathleen for some guidance and expertise there. So if you have thoughts or ideas, things you would like to see to be a part of that, please let me know. If you want to be a part of that, coming up with what that should look like, let me know. My vision really for Kids Coast is for it to become self-run. I think that we have so many amazing, incredible dream teamers plugged in that we're ready. I think between your leadership on the hallway, the room coordinators who I'll talk about in just a minute, and just the dream team knowing how to run those classrooms really well, I think we're ready. And my goal is for you all to feel like you have all of the resources that you need to go through the morning without me present. Not that I'm not going to be present, but there are occasional Sundays like this coming Sunday where I'm not going to be there. And one of my goals with Pastor Mac is to be in the service a little bit more. And so I would love to really like pass the torch to you all to be able to just take this and run with it on the Sundays you're scheduled and not feel like you're missing something that I need to bring or give to you. So I'm trying to kind of pass the torch so you feel empowered to just do your thing. And that will free me up a little bit to chat with some of our newer families, or maybe I need to go and speak on stage or attend a church service. So I'm excited. With that being said, you all will continue your normal role into the fall, the once a month, kind of leading both services. So Latoya will continue to do a lot of the setup breakdown overseeing. Our classrooms are going to take on a lot of their own setup and breakdown in the fall. And so I think that will free her up a little bit. And then we'll free you guys up to really focus on being service coordinator. And so you all know what that role is, but I'm going to really quickly just go through it again just to kind of refresh everybody in just a minute. And then our room coordinators are going to really step in this fall and be in charge of their classrooms. So they are in charge of making sure the schedule is full with their dream teamers. If there's a last minute call out, they will help to make sure that role is filled. They are going to let us know if they need supplies, anything like that, training new people. So they are going to be really the go-to for those specific environments. And I think that is going to be really helpful. So if you haven't met Casey Otten and Debbie Tobby, they are amazing. And I'd love to hopefully connect you guys with them very soon. Casey does our elementary classroom and Deb is doing preschool. So we are still looking for someone for the nursery, and hopefully we'll have that in place soon. Moving forward, I would just really love to have you guys, as part of your role, be to oversee the whole check-in process. When you get in, I think I've been telling you guys about 8:15 recently. I think that's a great time. It gives you a good 15 minutes to kind of get settled in, make sure check-in is set up and ready to go, and that our check-in team has arrived and they're good to go. If you guys could kind of oversee that, that would free me up to really be finishing up any last classroom setup, maybe praying with some of our teams, things like that. And then just making sure the doors are open, that the hallway looks good, and we're ready for the morning to begin. You also could help to deal with any high traffic that may come in the fall, with a lot of families, helping to direct them. My goal is to get another one of those check-in kiosks by fall, which is here, but hoping in the next month or two that we'll have that, and that will alleviate some stress, but really pushing our regulars to that self check-in kiosk so they can go in, type their family's name, their phone number, and print their own tags, and that will leave our check-in team and the computers for our newer families, people with questions, things like that. We know that they take a little bit longer, and so I just don't want the line to build up right there when people could go and quickly check themselves in. So if you could kind of help direct people, walk them through the process, make sure they're set up, know where they're going, getting down the hallway, that would be a huge help. I am going to walk over here and show you guys a couple things that I've done. So I have created, let's see if I can turn my screen around here. Oh, it won't let me. All right, I'm going to flip my phone around and hope you can see this, but I have created for you a binder for the service coordinator. So this will remain at check-in. That's my goal, is it to be there every week. So when you come in, you can just grab this, and I'll go ahead and stick, whatever morning details you need. I'll stick it in here into your clipboard, and you can just take this and run with it. So that way, if I'm not around, or I'm in a classroom, or I'm in a meeting, you won't be waiting on me. So there's a couple things in here pertinent to this weekend, but typically it would just have the morning schedule and then the service coordinator checklist. And I wanted to let you all know that I've updated this checklist. So take some time the next time you serve just to look through it. So I just updated a few things that we've talked about, arriving by 8:15, making sure check-in and everything is set up, confirming that our dream teamers have arrived. That's a really big help. We've had a couple of instances where kids and their families are walking down the hall and they don't quite yet have leaders in their room. So you can be kind of a guard, for lack of a better word, on the hall, just to make sure parents aren't coming down before we're ready. And then it just talks about what you do during the classroom. So dismissing the check-in team about 9:15 or about 15 minutes into service, locking those doors. That's a big security thing we've tried to take on recently, is making sure we are locking those doors during service. And there will always be a security person to open door for someone, but that's just going to give us a little bit of extra security while service is going on. Walking through, getting numbers, helping with bathroom breaks, things like that, just being really present on the hallway to help our dream teamers. We've had a lot of dream teamers forgetting that they need to stay in the classroom and kind of popping out. So the more present we are, I think the less we'll have that issue. And then kind of making that call about the playground, putting a sign up if they're going to go outside, and then kind of preparing for parent pickup. We can unlock the doors right as service is ending so parents can get in to pick up kids, just being available to answer questions, and then kind of in that in-between, resetting the rooms, kind of making sure the Roku is back to the welcome loop, clearing any papers, things that need to kind of be put up or thrown out, and just resetting for the second service. And then you basically kind of do it all over again at second service. I'm actually just going to flip over here. I have a bunch more of these service coordinator sheets in here, so there should be plenty if you needed to grab one that morning. And then at 10:30, this really just talks through kind of doing all of the same things we did at 9 o'clock, but then it talks a little bit about just breakdown and what we could basically break down ahead of time, which is basically front of house stuff in the lobby, the check-in stuff. About 11:10, 11:15, we can start breaking that down, and we'll have a setup breakdown binder that I am working on that will be ready hopefully by September 1st. that we'll leave at check-in, and you could pull that out and it'll tell you exactly how to break down all of the spaces, what to do with everything, and what can be broken down early, what needs to wait, that kind of stuff. So anyways, just super helpful. It's been a little more updated to be relevant, so take a look at that when you serve next. Additionally, I wanted to let you know I put the check-in instructions here too, so that you guys could reference that if you have questions. There'll be one that I've laminated that will be taped to the check-in desk as well, that hopefully won't go missing. And then I have printed contact lists, and so I'll try to reprint these maybe quarterly as we have changes, but the contact list for everyone is now in this binder. So we've got service coordinators, check-in, elementary, preschool, and nursery. So if you guys are a service coordinator and someone hasn't shown up and you're not sure what to do, you could always just pop in here and grab their phone number or email and reach out. I think you could also use the room coordinators, which I've listed at the bottom of each of these, too, if you are worried about someone and you want some help. So please take advantage of this stuff so that you feel like you can get in touch with people. And then this section just has weekend checklists. And then in the very back, this is going to be something I continue to work on, but this is safety and security protocols. So you would have a typed out list of exactly what we do in any situation. And so this is a very brief and kind of incomplete plan as of now, but this will be kind of what the next project is revamping this. So sorry, I probably couldn't get my phone centered on that binder very well, but just gives you kind of a sneak peek into what you'll see next time you serve. I think that is about it. The only other thing I wanted to mention to you all is if you haven't already registered for the CPR class, please go ahead and do so. We have limited spots, and I just want you all to be able to attend if you're free. We can only do about 20 people, and so we may have to do a second one later on towards the end of the year or something, but I just would love for y'all to be there if you're able to. So register. I can resend the link if you need it. And if you're unable to stay and do the CPR training, or you already are certified, I would encourage you to just come to the lunch and mingle and get to know people, so that they can really see you, visualize who you are, know you. I'll probably introduce you guys to the group. So anyway, let me know if you have questions about this. I'm sorry the video is longer than I hoped it would be, but I'm so thankful for you all, and I just love the team that we have built. So appreciate you. Thanks so much.